Hello there, Leo, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I am doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good, March 7th through the 13th. So we'll take a look at your overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into your reading. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. Okay, so Leo, what are you watching for? What are you waiting for? Kind of observing whatever the situation is. I love the seahorse because it's so interesting. When I saw it, I thought of the lion, the strength card. Needing the strength to watch and wait. Just trying to see how something's going. Yeah, breathe. Okay, Leo, it sounds like you can take this week off. No action needed. Yeah, this energy of just go find a lily pad and meditate. So let's see what we have here for your present energy. Hierophant. Okay. Taurus energy. I feel like you're watching and waiting because there's this sense of gaining wisdom in the waiting. Sometimes when we rush into a situation, we don't necessarily use the wisdom that we've already gained. The Hierophant is about wisdom, higher learning. It can be also about committed relationships, that type of energy. But there's this sense, I get this sense that you have the wisdom in order to move through a situation that might be difficult if you rushed into it. Because you have the wisdom to hold it back. Have you ever noticed sometimes that people that are what I would consider wise, my father was one of these people. He never overreacted. I don't think I ever saw him overreact. He would just sit there and listen. He would nod. Sometimes he would say, I'm going to need a moment, and then I'll come back to this. Like that was his indication of I'm upset, so I'm going to go and take a breath, right? And I feel like wise people do that. They realize that lashing out at somebody or getting upset in the moment is a reaction, okay, to some other information, situation, person's, action. So it's a wise person realizes that a reaction isn't what we want to put out, right? There are good reactions, I think, when, something is funny, that is truly funny, okay? And you kind of laugh about it, or, you get all caught up in the moment and you give somebody a hug. But in situations that are requiring you to watch and wait, it does mean that there's this energy of being too rash, of reacting in a situation instead of taking a moment and using the wisdom that you already have, Leo, will help you to progress further in the situation to get more out of it than you are, than you could if you reacted. So what is your obstacle? Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel as if the Six of Swords is moving from turbulent waters into calmer waters. And, I'm getting the sense that there's something coming up. It could be a conversation. I'm saying that because look at the owl is talking to a little girl, there's a situation where, it could be a little fiery. It could be a little turbulent. But by staying calm, you can move the situation quickly from turbulent to calm. Whereas if you overreact, then it could, actually inflame it. So what's your advice? Empress. This is a little bit about starting rebirthing yourself. New project, new relationship, New life. I'm getting a sense that by watching and waiting, I'm getting the sense that there's an opportunity. I'm looking forward to clarifying this, that there's an opportunity that will present itself. You know, it could be that maybe there could be like an offer comes in for a new job and you have been waiting, you know, for a very long time, and it may not necessarily be exactly what you want, but you snatch it up because you're kind of getting impatient, you know, maybe even a little concerned about your finances and stuff. There's this sense of watch and wait because there's something really good on your path. This is amazing, you know. Yeah, Four Swords, healing, something that will bring you healing. Especially if it has to do like in a relationship, in your career. Yeah, and then we have the Knight of Swords that helps you to move forward, determined. And the Hermit. Wow, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, this may be in your money or career sector. You know, something that, look at this. I mean, these are two really strong spiritual cards. You have the wisdom in order to move through this, to go deep, to find the answers that you are looking for that will help you to move forward quickly. So let's take a look. We're going to clarify. How about this Hierophant? Yeah. Wow. Chariot on the bottom. Cancer energy does not mean that you have to be dealing with a cancer, but look at this. You know, you have the anxiety, lots of competition or drama in your life, perhaps in a long-term committed relationship or a marriage, could be even in the workplace. Because the Hierophant kind of symbolizes anything traditional, long-term, could be even like in a school, any institutions. There's this energy of, you know, lots of conflict, trying to move away from all of this conflict. So you have the Six of Swords twice, trying to move out of this turbulent environment. You know, for some of you, it could be even your government, you know, trying to move away from the turbulence within your government structure, your business structure. It's usually a larger business, though, like, you know, like if you were working for a large corporation. There could be a lot of competition or, you know, drama within your workplace. There's this sense of you wanting to move on. I really truly think that, you know, there could be a situation that comes up where you maybe want to speak out. I would just watch your words. Watch and wait, you know, not do anything too rash. Like, you know, think before you say. That's what they're saying to me. Yeah, really interesting. The Sun. Okay, so, you know, this is kind of your energy too. I'm so excited to see that. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. This has been a very long trek, you know. If this, you know, and I can see that this could be a marriage or this could be, you know, a job, like in especially a corporate situation or a government situation. It's taking a very long time for the love to come into this situation. You know, with the Knight of Pentacles, there is good grounded energy being built here. You are moving from the turbulent waters into the calm waters, but it's taking so long. You know, you're just not sure. Can I find the strength and the courage to continue? You know, what's underneath the Sun? Yeah, after, yeah, you know, maybe a betrayal in a relationship. This sense of true disappointment and how things have, you may feel betrayed by a coworker, a boss, you know, a romantic partner, a family member, you know, like feeling left out in the cold. Yeah. And then the Ten of Cups underneath that. It's it's a relationship or a situation that you thought was going to be your everything, right? And now you're feeling like it's not, like, it's been taken away in some way. Yeah, Knight of Wands, fast moving energy, but we have the Empress here, wanting to celebrate something, overcoming the emotions of a situation. I think that's why you're being asked to watch and wait, so that you can overcome your emotions, so there isn't rashness. And the rashness, I think, is coming from your self-doubt about the situation, which can be difficult, right? Leo, when we're not sure what is happening, sometimes we can overreact, because it's you want the attention, you want people to know just how much you care about this situation, but at the same time you're being asked to hold back your emotions. The King of Cups can express his emotions, but express them without over emotion, without rage, without anger, without overzealousness. I know I can relate to overreacting. I am a person that has a very high pain threshold, physical pain threshold. And I was in this situation once where I was in extreme pain. But it was like I couldn't get anybody, because my pain threshold was high. I couldn't get anybody to help me. I was in the hospital, and I was just like, yeah, no, you have to, I am in serious pain here, And finally, it was kind of like I had to get to this point where I was just, overcome with emotions, because I felt nobody's going to help me. I get that. I think it's interesting that is coming up, because I feel that's how you feel down deep inside. You're hurt, and you're hurting, I should say. And you're not sure, like, is anybody going to care about me? You may feel like nobody is really caring. But there's also this sense of just wait a minute, calm down, like breathe, like when you're in pain. It's like breathe through it. Because in this moment, there is almost this sense of you seeing the situation in a different way. And the Empress does not necessarily mean that, which is interesting for the type of message I'm getting. I feel like, you are going to be seen. I'm sorry. You are going to be seen in a new light. Wow. As an Empress, as somebody that is a leader and nurturing, I feel as if you have a lot of love for this situation, whatever the situation is. And, it could be a romantic connection, but I feel like there may be more to it than that, as if you're kind of, I'm getting a sense like a leader within a community, even a work community or a family community. It's not just you and one other person. I feel like there's a group of people. You are going to be seen as the nurturing one that can lead this situation forward. It's interesting. It's not the emperor. It's not the King of Wands, right? Which we normally think of as the leaders, but they're not nurturing. Here's the Empress, the nurturer, has the nurturing ability. And I feel as if by you holding back, watching and waiting, and gathering your thoughts, it's almost, I feel like you're going to have this moment where you speak your truth, but you speak it emotionally, but not overly emotional, You're going to gain the attentions, the reverence, the respect of everyone around you when you give this emotional plea. Like, I feel like they're going to be rallying around you. And I think at the same time, you're going to be kind of doubting yourself. Can you do this? Huh. I'd love to know what this scenario is. Oh my gosh. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, independence and freedom. I feel like you might be, this is so interesting. Chariot, healing, like moving forward, gaining. I feel like you're, there's this movie and it's kind of old. I think it's maybe from the 1980s. Norma Ray, Sally Fields played in it. I feel it's almost like that. Like this is not going to resonate with everybody, but almost like standing up for people that maybe cannot stand up for themselves, or, you know, trying to help other people. Like understanding you are like, you know, the hermit. You have the Hierophant and the Hermit. Like being an inspirational, perhaps even spiritual, religious teacher. But what, look at, we had the Queen of Cups, we had the King and the Queen. Maybe actually with this Ten of Cups here, you know, having a soulmate that comes in and helps you with this. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. I'm sorry, we have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. Like I feel like you're having a spiritual tribe even coming together and expressing love. You know, here comes the love. Like, you know, there's a lot of love. And, you know, it doesn't have to be romantic love. I feel like there's this sense of world love. Wow, I would really love to know how this resonates with you. Wow, that flew. Alrighty, let's see what we have here. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? What story are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. It's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root of your result. Own it, heal it, and upgrade it. You know, I feel like there is this sense of not being sure that you or this group of people can actually, you know, make this change. I feel like it's a change that you want to make. You're not sure if you can make this change. And the only way to really make this change is really to get into this energy of going within, of looking at it, of believing it, of having the strength to believe it. Yeah, because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. Oh my goodness. I feel like there is like a huge change you want to make in some group dynamic. Really interesting. Oh my gosh. It's giving me goosebumps. Great wave awaits. You know, this is that you have the energy of the universe behind you. You have, a wave starts out small and then it gets bigger and bigger. And I feel like whatever this movement is, it has been slow getting started. And now it's kind of like crescendoing. And I feel like for you are kind of being called to be a leader in this movement, but there is this sense of allowing the wave to build, right? Like not rushing it. Wait, watch and wait. Isn't it interesting? The seahorse lives in the ocean, you know? There's this energy of watching and waiting, knowing that there is divine timing here. And it's about maybe taking a breath of looking at it, you know, What is the limiting belief that, this could really, change? You know, um, it could be something small. I know I lived in this neighborhood, and there was uh, an issue. We'll just put it this way: there was an issue with the electric company and something that they had done in our neighborhood, and it was a major concern. You know, and it meant that we, as neighbors, we had to come together, and decide what we are going to do, and how we're going to change. We had to change legislation for what was going on. It could be something like that. It could be something about getting better pay and benefits in your workplace. There's this movement here that, something needs to change, but also planning it and taking the correct, the Hierophant is taking the correct actions in order to have this change, but at the same time realizing that there are emotions perhaps that need to be, you know, displayed. Not overly displayed, but you have to get to the emotional strings of other people in order to sometimes get change made, right? You can't always do it logically. Sometimes you do have to, pull on the heartstrings of others in order to gain this momentum in whatever it is that you're trying to change. And I feel like you are trying to change something. Well, Leo, I am going to leave it there. I do wish you much love and light. If you have resonated with this message or enjoyed it, I really would appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. And I do hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.